Good evening, Friday night friends. I think we can call them that. I think we can call them Friday night friends nowadays. Because it's a smaller crowd on Fridays.
It is.
So we probably call them Friday night friends.
It's not quantity.
No, well, yeah.
It's quality.
It's not the size that matters.
Nope.
It's what you do with it.
Filled a
That's what I'm
pram
told.
twice. So.
Let's
That's
talk about the
what
audience.
you say.
I want to talk about the audience. Anyway, welcome everybody to the 40k After Dark show. You beautiful humans, thank you for joining us on this Friday, which might happen to be, well, not might, it is, the first Friday of December 2023. Where the fuck has this year gone? It has literally disappeared. There's even a little, hang on, where's my hand? There. There's even a little mini Christmas tree in the background.
I feel like this year's flown by,
With
but
3 tiny little lights on it, because that's all we've got.
I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, if I think about the start of the year compared to the end of the year, wild amounts of things have happened, and things are very different. But if I think about how long it's felt, it feels like it has literally gone, boop, disappeared.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I like it when time is nice and sort of...
I hate it. I'm like, we don't have long in this world. I'd rather it felt like it was longer, thank you.
I saw something ages ago that said the older you get, your life feels like a toilet roll. Because when it's a full toilet roll, it feels like it takes forever to do a full loop. And as you get older and more squares come off the toilet roll, it doesn't take much time at all for the inside to do a full loop.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that's...
So it's getting faster as we're getting older.
Yeah, because that's
So we
where
accelerate to death. That's what you're saying.
That's why everyone goes, God, this year's flown by. And I think, oh, how far are you on the toilet roll?
That's a cheerful outlook for the start of the stream. Basically, people, the older you get, the faster you're getting to death.
We're accelerating towards death. Thanks, babe.
Bolter Bros, it's Baltic. Winter has come. It is fucking freezing here at the moment.
-2.
Yeah, we've literally just turned the central heating off. I know I'm in a t-shirt, and the last like one of the last streams, someone was like, "Dude complains he's cold, but he's wearing a t-shirt." I know. Sometimes the UK is slightly further behind other countries. We have had central heating for a number of years. It is a thing that exists. And I also then sit here on a stream under a filming light with a hot PC next to me. I get lovely and warm and perfectly fine. But trust me, it is fucking freezing outside. -2, -3 right now down here.
I was being all nostalgic yesterday. I was telling Liam about how when I was about James's age, maybe a bit younger, we'd take it in turns, grabbing the coal scuttle, marching outside,
Robbing the neighbours.
Bullying the coal bunker a bit, because it would be this... It wasn't iron, but it was definitely metal, and you had to lift the bottom slot up, and it always got stuck. Being metal, it would contract in the summer, go smaller in the winter, and it would never... And because it was filled from the top, the coal person who drove around with bags of coal and filled it up for you, it would just all get wedged. You have to kick it, thump it a bit. By the time you filled your coal scuttle, you'd been outside for about half an hour in the freezing cold.
Yeah.
Shoveling coal.
I mean, then the fire's worth it.
But I think the row of houses I grew up on were miners' houses anyway, so we were near a colliery somewhere. So all the houses, I think, had coal bunkers. So you'd just hear this orchestra of all the houses kicking and thumping all the coal bunkers.
We had a little mini coal bunker inside the house at Mum and Dad's in the passageway. Yeah, in the passageway. Do you know where their little passageway is? If you turn left, there's like a little thing under the stairs.
Did you not all traipse coal footprints back through the house because you'd have the sort of breakaway pieces?
No, it's only a little cupboard. You used to open the cupboard door and just scoop it into the metal bucket and then walk the metal bucket into the fireplace.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah. There you go. Mordy Hammer says, but not air conditioning. No, that's what I said. We're a little bit behind other countries. We have got central heating, but not air conditioning. Air conditioning is becoming more common in the UK. The UK is finally accepting the fact that global warming is in fact a thing and starting to install air conditioning. Because what makes global warming better? More aircon. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us this evening. All 130 people in chat already. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash those magical buttons for us. Click that like if you enjoy the content. 130 people, 60 likes so far, less than 50%. Can we get to 100 right off the bat in the first 10 minutes? Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We've got this magical road to 30k that we're doing, and it is climbing. I want it to climb faster. 130 people in chat. If every single one of you went and found 10 people to come and subscribe to the channel for us, we would hit that 30k target by New Year, and we are doing a New Year's Eve stream. It would be amazing if the last person hit that subscribe button on New Year's Eve during the stream. That would be cool. Probably can't happen. Probably won't happen. That would be cool, right? That'd be super cool. Otherwise, you can hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified every single time we go live or drop a new video. Alternatively, you can become a member of the Great Hall, and this is specifically just for Yeston. He said on Wednesday, because it was Foot Crew, he wasn't gifting any more than one because it wasn't Booty Crew. So tonight, it's Booty Crew for Yeston.
Okay.
Luke looks both confused and disgusted.
I like Adam's comment. We're all travelling down nostalgia lane. Yes, had a coal hole like that in my nan's house. Now it's used to store all the beer.
Good.
It's nice and cold.
It will stay cold.
Yeah.
That's a good use of coals. I approve of that. Anyway, being the 1st of December, it may come as a surprise to some of you people that we are a Christmassy based household. There's a number of reasons. First of all, we have 2 small children. We have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old, so the magic of Christmas is still very much alive in this household. Secondly, we have a Luce, and she's borderline Christmas obsessed. In fact, we do start the Christmas traditions on the 1st of November with the Muppets Christmas Carol. You didn't hear me wrong. I did say the 1st of November, not the 1st of December. 1st of December, the decorations always go up. So the tree went up today, as did other decorations throughout the house, and the kids' Advent started. And this lunatic puts considerable amounts of effort into Advent. It's not just a little plastic and cardboard thing that you buy from Cadbury's and you open a little door. There's little custom-made triangles, custom-made pockets that have been placed throughout the house, 23 of them, whereas the kids go and find them, and inside there is individual sweets or chocolates that she's bought from the shop, and then she's put a little fact in for every day in December. So today's was...
Oh, I've got it here.
Oh, she's got the fact.
1st of December, 1885, a pharmacist serves a fizzy drink in his drugstore, Dr. Pepper. And it's actually older than Coke.
And I'm being serious. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm being serious as well. These are little Christmas triangles that Luce has made that goes throughout the house. So we are a Christmas family. And the last reason, of course, my birthday is in fact the 24th of December. That's right. You're all counting down till Christmas. Actually, you're one day over. You should be counting down to my birthday. That comes first, chat. All right? Let's not pretend. That comes first.
I did all of those triangles on my Warhammer Widow page.
You
I
did,
remember
yeah.
I roped Brom's wife Sam and our friend Emma. I roped them into keeping me company with cups of tea while I hand sewed all of those because my feckin' sewing machine, the bobbin pin kept getting stuck. And all the instructions are in French. I don't speak French or read it. So I hand sewn all of them.
Yeah.
Absolute bullshit. I'm not doing it again.
I won't lie, chat. I thought she'd give up after 5, but you actually did all of them.
All of them. I've lost number 24 though.
But that's okay because we can count down to my birthday. Way!
I think number 24 is back in the old house.
It might be, but we can count down to my birthday. Way! Yeah. Anyway, so that's the reason why we're quite a Christmassy household. And so the point of the topic of the stream tonight, the reason why I have picked the topic that I've picked is because in the OnlyThanes chat earlier, Joe shared a link that said classic Games Workshop marketing. And I clicked on it and I got excited because they talked about writing a Christmas list on the Warhammer website. Only to realise when I clicked on that link the second time when I couldn't find that Christmas list on the Games Workshop website is that video was in fact from 2019. So in 2019, you could go on the website, create yourself a gift list, share it with your friends and family, and show them the sort of things that you might like for Christmas. Because a lot of people, when you say, I collect Warhammer, they say, you collect what? And they have no idea what you're talking about. So a Christmas list was a good idea. Of course, with the update of the website, a month ago, 2 months ago, those gift lists are no longer possible. Progress from a multi-billion pound company. You now can't write a gift list of any sort on their Games Workshop website. That seems like a stupid thing to do just before Christmas. So instead, I thought we might share our wants and desires and needs for Christmas on stream tonight as a kind of topic to get us talking if we run out of shit to talk about. But of course, it's 40k After Dark. We can go off on wild tangents about all kinds of different things. So, you know, let me know the sort of things you're after and get yourself involved on the poll. There is a poll that says, which one are you? Warhammer is on my Christmas list.
No, I'm not that one.
Warhammer is not on my Christmas list. Or Christmas list, grow up, I'm an adult.
See, I want to be an adult, but I also have expectations of you, babe.
I want to be an adult, but I've made a living out of playing with toys.
So I'm going to say it's not on my list.
Anyway, I will say a big, massive, monumental, huge thank you to Shadow, who gifted 5, Daniel McLaughlin, who gifted 5, Mr. Sven Holier, who gifted 5, Kev, who gifted 1, and then Ieston, who's gifted 20. He says he wanted to give 50, but he's somehow in YouTube jail. Thanks for the 2 for telling me that as well. You've become a McCardle. Don't do what he does. Don't create like 20 more accounts.
I tell all my friends and family not to get me Warhammer gifts for Christmas, as don't know what I after and don't want to lie saying what they got me was right. Bombardment.
How many of you have to do that on Christmas Day when you go,
The pretend.
thank you so much, because I know how expensive Warhammer is, but that's not the army.
That's a skill that I think most people learn during childhood. Because I think most children at some point go through the spoiled brat phase at Christmas, where they open the present that they didn't want and they get all upset about it, and then they realise that they've broken some poor family member's heart because they've got all upset about the one gift that they got them, and then they go, and then they go, oh, actually, probably I should have just said thank you.
But it's a lesson you only need to learn once.
Normally, it's a lesson you need to learn once. Yeah, absolutely. Although I'm gonna rant a bit in a minute. Okay, we'll get on to that in just a second. It's a mini rant. It's only a little one. It's a little rant.
They're never mini.
It's a little rant, but I wanna shout about something, and I wanna know if I'm being unreasonable or if you guys agree with me on this one. Okay, it's just a mini rant. It triggered me yesterday on the drive to work. It's nice that now, by the way.
The drive to work used to be you going down the hallway. I'm here.
Don't tell them I did that. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Anyway. Drop Dead Dave, he comes in and rescues Yeston's day. Look at that. 50 gifted memberships off the bat from Drop Dead Dave. So thank you so much, Dave. You are an absolute hero. Yeston, you're also, of course, a legend, and I love you dearly. And you know what? It was the right thing to do to spoil War Hipster on Wednesday because he's a good guy. So I won't complain too much. You people are amazing. 70, 85, 80. Oh, I might have set the target too low for tonight, to be honest with you. I might have set it a little too low. There we go. We're up to date. And then I want to say a big thank you to Grain Train GT. I would love to get Space Marine Xmas box or one of the old chapter themed Battle Force boxes from last year or 2 years ago, or some Horus Heresy stuff. All the Space Marines all the time from Grain Train. Thanks for the 5, man. Anyway, you're a hero. And Big Bad Peter Gamer, thank you for the 10. I stopped having Christmas lists in general years ago. To be honest, I was like, I'm very, you might not know this, chat. I'm very particular, we got to a point 2 or 3 years ago. I think what really pushed this over the line was COVID actually, where we were like, don't want to do presents for Christmas at all. We've barely seen you because things like COVID happened. So actually, what we would like is just the gift of your time, because it's probably more valuable than any present you could actually ever buy. So let's go for a meal. Grab a coffee at Costa or Starbucks or wherever, or go for a walk in a park. It can be completely free, but just time is important. We did that a while ago. Anyway, my rant. John McCardle, not sure of trolling. Thank you for the 1 gifted membership. You legend. What a hero. John is a hero of the channel. Not forgetting, chat, obviously this is the first stream of the month. So this is the first week or 2 of the month is Squeaky Bum time. And I am fucking nervous for the first week of the month as well. Do you know why?
Why?
Because next week, on the Tuesday and Thursday, I am not presenting nor producing either game. So on Monday, Luce leaves me to try and go and find herself a northern man. And then normally what happens is she comes home and she realises that in the north there is no men. But she's going to go off on Monday to Lancaster. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, she has a holiday. She has a 1 week holiday once a year where she can escape from me and the children and just be on her own and go and shiver up north and eat food in restaurants while she gets looked at by people going, are you alone? But true fact, that's what happened last time.
It's true.
Exactly. So next week on the Tuesday and Thursday game, Yes, Brom and Eddie and Joe are running the Tuesday game, and Brom and Joe and Paddy are running the Thursday game, which is Chat Plays, and I'm not going to be there for either. Well, that's a slight lie. I am going to be...
About.
I'm going to help them launch it, and then I'll bring the kids home and get them to bed, because they're young, and then they'll have to shut it down on their own.
It'll be fine. It'll be great. It'll be fine. It'll be cutting the apron strings a little bit.
I mean,
you've got a good team. You've trained them all on the deck.
This is supposed to be part of the bonus of having the studio.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be part of the bonus of having the studio. So
Oh my God, I'm on fire. Has said, my girlfriend bought me a 3D printer for Christmas, and I accepted the package, which is how I found out. I had to have the awkward conversation. I don't have time to use it or want it. I felt awful.
Oh, bless you. They're not cheap either. Daniel, thank you for the 5. I would like Grey Knight Terminators that don't look like tiny children. You might be waiting a little bit longer, but thank you for that super chat, you absolute fucking legend. Jacob, thank you for the 5. Doesn't matter what my wife picks, I'd just be excited she willingly bought me Warhammer. I think a lot of people would be in the same situation right there. Mr. the Jake's Award.
Are you doing a tree in the studio?
Ooh.
See, Joe really wants a tree in the studio.
Do you know Christmas trees in the office space do lift morale?
If we double the membership goal tonight, I'll put a tree in I'll buy a tree for the studio over the weekend. I think that's fair. Because have you seen how much fucking fake Christmas trees cost now?
I know.
Jesus Christ. Well, Joe and I went into B&Q like a week and a half ago, and on the drive to B&Q he said, can we get a tree for the studio? I was like, yeah, cool. We walked up to the trees in B&Q and went, we walked out again. Like, that wasn't me doing a Santa laugh either. That was me going, fucking hell. 200 members, John, and I'll guarantee you a tree in the studio by Tuesday.
My Christmas list is more about taking care of everyone else.
Aw.
I have a spawn of my own and too many nieces and nephews. I am an adult, so if I want something I just buy it. Man shrugging. Custodes.
Custodes. Thank you, Drop Dead Dave, you're a hero. Yeah, I'm kind of like that with gifts as well. Like, I love people that want to help and do nice things for me. Like, I have no problems with that at all. I don't actually have a problem with gift giving, but we are going to get onto my rant. This is going to be part of it. I have no real actual issue with gift giving at all. Apart from the fact that I am a person who typically, if I want something, and I don't want a lot actually, but if I want something, I'll just buy it. And I'm cool. I've got the thing I want. So when it comes to Christmas, and my mum used to be terrible for going, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, nothing. I'm not being fussy. I just don't. There's nothing I really want. I'm an adult. Like, pay my food bill for a month if you want, I guess. Pay my council tax. You can do that. And that's why we came up with this. Just give us your time, because I think that is more important to me. But I have no issue with gift giving. Specifically, when people like John McCardle then give 50.
Yeah.
50 more, Luce.
I know.
He wants that fucking Christmas tree up.
I think he just wants to keep Ieston company in YouTube jail.
Does he?
So he
likes it in YouTube jail, yeah.
Sitting alone, yeah.
He often just canters into YouTube jail, fucking throws the soap on the floor. Brom's got. Hang on.
Oh, Michael Bromley.
For Brom, Brom's got. There we go. I'm just gonna hang on. There we go. Put this into. There we go. He'll get really pissy now. He gets really upset every month. He has to gift one back. Anyway, thank you, Mr. the McCardle, for the 50. It's still catching up, but I think it's going to end on this number here, because that's how much. That's maths. Oh, and Amber become a. Oh no, Amber become a member too. It should end on 138, or is it going to go 139? It should be 138. So we'll see if it stays at 138. Anyway, thank you for the. So I'm okay with those gifts. But I was driving to work yesterday. I love the fact that I get to drive to work now. And when I was originally going to work and I started working from home, I got so excited about working from home. But then I didn't love my job before. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I didn't like the idea of having to go to a depot and run a shift of lunatics and look after trains and people. At least now when I go to work, it's my house that I'm going to and I'm in charge, which is quite nice. So I was driving to work yesterday and I had the radio on. Specifically in the UK, I was listening to a digital station called Absolute Radio, right? And they have a thing that they do, and a lot of radio stations get involved in this every single year in the UK called Mission Christmas. And I don't know if you guys have heard about it before, but the concept is very, very simple. The concept of Mission Christmas is, and this charity is a thing you can Google and you can get involved in, so I have no problem. My Brom's already gifted, legend. I have no problems with this as a concept either. And you can Google the charity and you can do the various things that you can do to donate. And the concept of Mission Christmas is no child in the UK should open or wake up Christmas morning without a present to open. So it's a lovely charity.
Really lovely.
It's a really lovely charity, right? So kids who don't have families, kids who come from very destitute backgrounds, children that, you know, parents are, there's many reasons why a child might not have a present to open on Christmas, and the whole point of this charity is you can donate money and they'll buy a present for you, or you can even just buy gifts and donate gifts, and then a child somewhere in the country will in fact receive that gift and be able to open that on Christmas morning. I think on the surface of it, I think that's a really lovely charity. But the radio station enraged me with their advert.
Okay.
And I mean enraged me with their advert. Right? Because they were talking about this thing, Mission Christmas. Some children don't come from privilege, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, cool. I'm happy with all that stuff. I understand it. I get the charity. And then they proceeded to say some parents are faced with the real choice, or the very real decision, to put food on the table or gifts under the tree.
That is not a hard decision.
It's not a choice. There's only one answer to that.
I just...
But isn't that weird that that's the world we now live in?
Yeah.
Like, that's not a choice. The choice is food.
Obviously,
literally
it's
the thing you need to keep alive. Like, that's the choice. But I mean, I'm sure that's not the point of the charity. It's just the way they worded it made me really annoyed. Like, if parents are actually going, well, I mean, we want to eat, but actually, really, I'd rather buy 20 presents.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your priorities wrong. Food first. Food first. That just enraged me. That's my mini rant, right? And I also know people who have got kids with 7, 8, 9-year-old kids with Christmas lists with 40 fucking things on it. Those kids need teaching a fucking lesson. And oh, hang on, I opened my poll up then. Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. the Bromley, for gifting it forward after you got sniped. He will not be happy about that one. He hasn't replied to the group. He's just gifted and then gone quiet, so he's probably a grumpy bear. Poor Mr. the Brom. Anyway, back into the...
Do you know
how
what?
Do I close the poll?
Some of my favourite Christmas memories, there were maybe 6 things under the tree. 2 for me, 2 for my brother, a couple for the parent I was with, and they're some of my most favourite Christmas memories.
So I don't want to sound like a cock here, but I'm gonna tell a little story, and I'm gonna sound a little bit like a cock, but
we're not shocked.
It happens, right? It happens. When I was in secondary school, there was a year where my parents were very lucky with the National Lottery. Now, I don't know if you guys have this in every country. I'm sure you probably do, or something equivalent. But National Lottery, you buy a ticket. You used to buy a ticket on just a Saturday because it only ran on a Saturday, and then they draw numbers at random. And if you match a certain number of numbers, then you win a prize, and it's scalable, that prize, essentially, right? And so one year. It's a 6-number thing, a 6-number draw, and then they draw a bonus ball. If you correctly guess all 6 numbers, you win essentially the jackpot, right? It's quite hard to do, quite rare to do. If you've got 5 numbers, you've got a decent amount of money. If you've got 5 numbers and a bonus ball, you used to get a lot of money as well. Okay, and so one year my parents were very, very lucky, and they correctly guessed 5 numbers and the bonus, which at the time would normally have equated to like £500,000 in winnings. However, the night that they managed to do this, a lot of people also managed to do it. So it didn't equate to £500,000. It actually equated to about £50,000 in winnings, which is not, I mean, we're talking...
It's still a gobsmacking amount
of money. I mean, we're
money.
talking 2001,
yeah,
right? So it's still a significant amount of money. And we were very, very lucky. And they did some things. My parents, we didn't come from a well-off background. My parents used some of the money to pay off debts and clear debts, to pay off car finances. There's a lot of debt clearing happened, I'll be honest with you. It wasn't all that luxurious what they did. A lot of debt clearing, paid off a chunk of the mortgage, wasn't enough to pay off the whole mortgage. So it wasn't like, it's not like life-changing, but it is life-changing in the sense that they could clear a load of debt out. But what my mum also did was she kept a bunch of it to one side for Christmas. And she wanted to make it essentially the biggest Christmas that we'd ever had, right?
I totally get it.
I understand it, because
Yeah.
we'd had lots of Christmases of me and my brother being like, we want the new PlayStation, and Mum going, fucking, I just can't.
That's
we can't
why
afford it.
Santa doesn't make computer games.
No, but Mum just been, we just can't afford it. And again, there's food on the table, there's heating on, there's, all joking aside, there's coal in the fireplace. We just can't afford all those fancy presents. And I will never ever criticize her for making those choices. So this 1 year hit where she went fucking mental with buying and I mean, oh my fucking god. So we got up in that morning, very young children still at the time. So 2001 it was roughly. So I would have been 13, my brother was 11, or I would have been 12, my brother was 10, around that kind of age ish, I guess. and we walked, and some of it was Warhammer presents because we discovered Warhammer at that point. But we walked into our living room on Christmas Day, and Lucy's seen our living room. We opened the door, and you basically couldn't move after opening the door.
Wow.
The floor was covered, and as kids, to start with, you are wildly excited. Look at this, right? But when it takes you the whole of Christmas Day, back to back, basically opening gifts, and then some of Boxing Day as well to finish it off. And I mean back to back, open present, nice, put to one side, open present. You get to the point where like, I'm fatigued. I haven't got to play with my new toys. I haven't got to look at my new models. I haven't got to, and then,
too much.
Yeah, it was too much.
Yeah.
And so like, I look at people who have got kids with 50 presents on their list and I'm like, no, I can't tell you the amount of times that our kids have like 5-6 gifts because I'm stingy. But also, half the time, they'll finish opening those 5-6 gifts, and then my youngest just plays with the biggest box out. Like that meme that exists, that's my child.
I think he was a cat in a previous life. If there's a box, he's
He might have been a cat, yeah. He just walks around with a box the whole time, climbing in and out of it.
There was something I saw on the telly about, do you have a child in your house that seems to have the shortest attention span? And I'm not talking about ADHD, I'm just talking about generally just kids being kids. And there was a study that showed the fewer toys in the room, the longer the attention span.
Okay.
Because they have the time to explore. It's the FOMO of, I need to move on to the next toy. I need to move on to the next toy.
Yeah.
So if they know there's only 3 toys on the table, that's all there is, they're going to spend more time with each
I
toy.
often feel like one of the things where I know that my kids, we're kind of raising them, in my opinion, right, and it is very opinion based, is when they're like, they've opened a present, and you're like, do you want another one? They're like, no, you sit with this one for a bit.
Yeah.
Play with it, whatever is it do. I'm like, doing all right there, doing good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much anyway for a couple more super chats that come through. So we've got that one, we've done that one, we did Jacobs, we're on Big Bad Peter Gaming. Who is never hungry at Christmas? The turkey. It's always stuffed. Bombardment, he says. Amazing.
God.
Taby, thank you so much for the super chat. YouTube tells me this is your 20th super chat. What a legend. I don't know if that's true or not. I asked for different boxes of armies for my 1-year-old so I can save them to build when he's older. I kind of like those little things. We got this when you were 1. Shall we build it together now? Is actually kind of a really nice concept, actually. I'm behind that. I like that. I have a bottle of vintage port from, I think it was the year my eldest was born, that I've kept in my cupboard for when he turns 18. And he'll sip it and he'll go, Dad, that's disgusting, because he doesn't like alcohol in general. But that's what I'm keeping it for. It's not as cool as a whole box of models though. That's amazing. What a legend, Tay. Thank you for the 5, you hero. We have 139 people tonight, Luce, in the booty crew.
Oh.
210 people watching and only 104 likes.
James G. That happened to my dad twice when we were on a family holiday in a static caravan. Again, same as you, so many people won that it was only a few £100 each time. 5 plus number both times. Lottery.
Amazing. I think if we pulled those kind of numbers, because of the life experience, it'd be like, it won't be very much.
A lottery ticket now, have you seen how much lottery ticket is? It used to be, was it 99p or?
In your house, do you open all the presents on Christmas Day or stagger it out over a few days?
Bro, thank you for the 10-year hero. A newish name, I think, to the channel, by the way. What a legend. It says the first ever super chat. So thank you so much, man. You're an absolute diamond. We don't do a lot of gifts, and we spread them out kind of. And what I mean by that is Christmas Day is about our family here. Luce's family often send presents down because they're miles away in Coventry. So we have those with us. We have a few from other family members who are quite far away. My children don't have they don't like piles. They don't like piles. I know this is weird to think this about a child. They don't like piles and piles of presents.
It's the overwhelming and then the expectation and the thank yous afterwards. It just gets a bit much. And it's not that they don't want to say thank you, because they definitely do, but it's definitely an overwhelming
Mastercraft
thing.
Alex. They had a mortgage, those rich bastards. What a hero. Yeah, I think they do get a little bit overwhelmed. I've broken it. Have I broken it? Yeah. I think they get a little bit overwhelmed by it, to be fair. But also, again, it's quality quantity argument, isn't it? Like, I would rather
Yeah.
they had something that they're going to get more use out of, that's more kind of tailored, than just have 20 things that they don't really care about.
I've now gotten really good. Ben, our youngest, is obsessed with Miles Morales. It can't be Peter Parker. It has to be Miles Morales. Don't even think of saying Gwen Stacy is a good alternative, because it's not. Has to be Miles Morales. And there's a lovely little cuddly toy that I wanted to get him for Christmas, but it was the Peter Parker one. And in the past, I would have said, it's Spider-Man. They're all Spider-Man. It's fine. And now I've gone, no, I'm not buying it, because it's not the right one. And he will come across as a spoilt child, even though he doesn't mean to. I know it has to be Miles Morales, so why have I gone and bought Peter Parker?
Yeah.
So I've gotten very good at going, it's not the right one, I'm not doing it.
I'm looking forward to it this year as well, to be fair. We've made some changes over recent years. Like I said, Lucy and I don't really do presents now. We specifically don't get the camera out as well and watch the kids through the video camera for family, which is, and then like my parents, we see my parents on Boxing Day, and so there's like a little bit of gift giving then from my parents, obviously their grandparents on Boxing Day as well. So it's just a nice, relaxed, and my birthday's the day before, it's Christmas Eve. So what we do, Christmas Eve being my birthday, day before Christmas, I'm also conscious that everybody has spent all their money on getting things ready for Christmas, filling the house with nice food, getting the turkey ready or whatever your chosen meat is, and then there's cheese and biscuits and nuts and crackers and chocolates and stuff, and it's just a lovely time. So when people are like, what do you want for, like, I'm aware my birthday's at a very difficult moment, thanks mum. So what we do is we say to people, come to our house, we open the house up, we have mince pies, bottles of beer in the fridge, etc. And then I just literally order a giant Chinese takeaway for everyone on Christmas Eve, and we end up with a house full of people picking essentially a Chinese buffet is what we do. We basically order. I'm just taking my socks off because my feet are getting warm.
Oh.
I normally like to stream without my socks off, although people get upset with that apparently in the new studio. Anyway,
What, are you gonna put your foot on camera now?
no, I'm just a bit warm.
We're not that kind of stream, babe.
Not anymore. No, they made me move the camera. So we open it up. We have this big Chinese buffet. And people just come and help themselves, chill out, have a mince pie, enjoy themselves, go home, no pressure, which is quite nice. So, what you can do right now, chat, is you can share with me if you've got a slightly different, because a lot of people would look at a Christmas tradition of Boxing Day Chinese for a birthday party, is going, Chinese? But the reason why we did it, the reason why I grew up on
Christmas Eve Chinese.
Yeah, the reason why I grew up on that was because my parents were very good at trying to separate my birthday from Christmas. And so, and I, as a human, actually, not just as a child, Chinese takeaway has always been one of my favourite things in the world ever for food. So they were like, we used to have a Chinese takeaway on my birthday because it was my favourite. And then we'd have the Chinese takeaway. And then locally to me, what would happen is there was an old-fashioned fire engine. It was like a restoration project thing. They used to cover it in Christmas lights, and they drove the old fire engine all around the area with fucking Christmas music blaring out the back of it, and a bunch of people in fancy dress, one of which was dressed up as Father Christmas, walking back, and they were just what's the word I'm looking for?
Charity?
Yeah, gathering donations is probably the best way of putting it. They were just gathering donations for charity. I think that was a children's cause as well at Christmas. And so my mum's rule was, after Chinese and we've seen the fire engine, then it's Christmas, no longer Liam's birthday. She was really, really good at that.
Asbo says, Mrs. Asbo's nan won the lottery, 1.7 million. Mrs. Asbo was around 17. They allowed her money up front and then the rest into her bank. They went to Oxford Street, spent nothing for hours as they didn't want to waste it.
I wouldn't know what to do with 1.7 million.
Yeah, I totally get that. I would be, this is never going to happen again. Do I really want that thing?
I would buy the house rather than rent it, and then be terrified to spend the rest.
Yeah.
Anyway, hang on. OMG, I'm on fire. Thank you so much for the one gifted. You hero puts us on 140. You absolute legend. 200 members, and we buy a Christmas tree for Tuesday in the studio. Just saying. Just throwing it out there, right?
War hipsters in chat.
Oh, here he is.
My parents stopped buying me Warhammer at 16 in an effort to make me grow up. Joke's on them now, eh?
How you doing, Josh? You're a legend. Although, I'm not happy about you, Josh. You stole all the week's members in your Wednesday stream. You bastard. What a bastard. Just Jupiter, thank you for the gifted. Just Jupiter, legend. What a hero. Thank you very much. Although, now what you do... I swear there is a point in every stream when we have a tracker on where they wait for me to update it and then gift 1. I'm like, you fuckers! At least make it worth it. But thank you, Just Stupid, you're a hero. So tell me if you've got any obscure, weird Christmas kind of traditions. I want to hear them. Okay?
Adam Winpenny, that is nothing. Me and the wife celebrate Yule and solstice on the 21st, so on Christmas Day, go out for an Indian over cooking a Christmas dinner.
I'm into it.
I like an Indian.
Yeah, I like an Indian.
We had, where my dad lives, we've got an Indian restaurant that they have these cast iron type dishes where they put tea light candles in the bottom of them, and then they'll put the food over that so it's constantly kept warm the whole time. Really romantic, really nice. Obviously, you can't do that at home. The whole place would go up.
Especially with children.
Too many candles.
Will you not fuck off? Stop it with the ones, all right? We do it on purpose now. Right, anyway. Fucking arseholes. Christmas Eve for us is always nibbly bits. Can't beat a buffet. I love a good buffet. Do you ever get to a buffet, though, and you're wildly disappointed? Is it even a buffet?
If there's no vol au vents, I'm not having it.
You fucking posh cunt. If there's no
they're not
vol au
posh.
vents.
They're 99p frozen puff pastry in Morrison's freezer. It's not posh.
I bet there has to be prawn ones, isn't there?
Yeah.
Posh fucker.
And coronation chicken. It's not posh. It's chicken, mango chutney, and something else. It's not posh.
Is it even a buffet if there is no cheese and pineapple sticks?
No, nobody really.
Everyone eats cheese and pineapple sticks. Rory! He's just got his dick out on the table as well with 50 of the finest gifted. Man, what a fucking
someone
legend.
else wants to pick the soap up in YouTube jail.
Oh my God, you beautiful humans. Drop Dead Dave with the 1. Casey Mad with the 1. Josh got 600, I think they said on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
I think I logged off and he got 300. It must have just kept going.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. I'm pleased for him. He's a lovely human being. I love him very much.
Big Bad Peter Gaming. Not really Christmas tradition, but I used to buy my brother advent calendar in November so he could count down to use his birthday on the 25th of November.
Well, that's nice.
That's really sweet.
I like that. I'm a fan of that. Alan Rayner, thank you for the gifted as well. I'm going to let this settle and then I'll update the tracker, so don't worry, people. I will put it on. You people are incredible. Thank you so much. This has been, this last month and a half for the channel in general has been a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Mostly in a positive way. To be honest with you, mostly in a positive way. 600. Dan Elliott says 673 you got. That smashes every record we've got.
Wow.
Motherfucker.
Jarl Grimnar, we celebrate St. Nick's Day on the 6th, then German Christmas on the 24th, and what we would see as our Xmas on the 25th. Why do the Germans celebrate it on the 24th?
They're not just a Jew. I think the Americans do not celebrate on the 24th as well.
I'm very confused. I thought all around the world Christmas Day was the day.
No, I think so. Christmas Day is still Christmas Day, but like I think the Americans open gifts on the 24th. I think as well.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't know how you open the gifts if Santa hasn't been.
I will go to my mate's nan and help her with cooking on an auger.
That sounds amazing, Lehman. What a hero.
On an auger? Oh.
I love listening to those little stories from people as well. Especially sometimes this isn't necessarily this case, but sometimes you hear this from people that you wouldn't expect of it as well, which is really like just the little stories where my oldest does me so proud sometimes. When you ask my oldest what Christmas is about, it's about being thankful for the people in your lives and spending time with family and loved ones is what he'll tell you. I mean, it's pretty rehearsed now, but that's exactly what it's about. And like to hear when people, like the amount of people I hear, they go, "Oh, I go and do this for these people," or I go and help. Like it's just beautiful. Yeah. Some of our people that we talk to are just beautiful humans. Cornate Ed, you're a beautiful human. Thank you for the 5. Just Jupiter, thank you for the 5. You're also a hero. John McCardle for another 1. Well, that's 2 more from John McCardle as well. You're all amazing people. Like I said, the channel's been a bit of a roller coaster. Luce will attest. I am looking forward to Christmas this year. So one of the reasons why we're doing this stream tonight, this topic specifically, is because I'm looking forward to Christmas this year, probably more than I have in a very long time. Mm-hmm. And the reason for that is, and I'm probably going to take less of a break off this year than I did last year. I'm probably not going to have the whole week off like I had last year because we need to start building the channel's funds back up because the studio build, and I've talked to you about this a lot, and I don't want to bang that drum too hard and be too violin-y or woe is me, because it's not the case. But the reason why I'm looking forward to this year is because I told you I did some analysis this morning. I compared and contrasted our streams now to our streams a year ago to our streams 2 years ago. I compared them to some of our other big competitors in the current YouTube space as well. And I took a moment just to try and I tried not to be overly critical. I'm very self-critical anyway, but I tried not to be overly critical. I just compared where we are now and what we're doing now with where we were at the start of the year, with where we were this time last year, where we were 2 years ago. And I sat back for a brief moment, borderline emotional, like, holy fuck, how far have we come? The last 2 months has been immense amounts of stress. I wanted to make sure that when we went live in this brand new studio, you lot all went, oh shit, this was totally worth the memberships. It was totally worth the super chats. It was totally worth the donations. Because if I'd have gone live and you lot would have gone, the fuck have you spent this money on? Do you see what I mean? There's an unspoken pressure there to make sure that the studio and the stream marries up to the expectations we're setting, which is kind of, again, not necessarily spoken about, but is set by the amount in which you lot support the channel and donate to the channel. And I sat there this morning and was like, I actually think we managed it. I think we did it. I think we did a very good job. I'm incredibly proud of the team. I'm especially proud of Joe, who helped me more than any of the rest of the team, because, I mean, it's his job. But he spent a lot of time in that studio. He's worked more hours in the last couple of months than he actually is supposed to be working. He's been amazing. I'm so incredibly proud. And although we're not going to go into Christmas on coast mode, we've already added the Liam and Joe show back in. We're already talking and working on new improvements to the gaming streams, and we're talking about additional content in the near future. We are walking into Christmas going, we fucking did it. We actually did it. We have the studio. We launched, and it would not have been possible without you people. And it would not have been possible specifically without members and gifted members. So if you're a grey name and you're thinking about supporting the channel and just jumping in at Scald here, which isn't a lot of money, really, in the grand scheme, and I'm saying this in the lead up to Christmas, so, you know, you have to take stock of your personal situation, obviously. But just by supporting the channel at Scald tier, the amount of people that do that means a lot. The people that support at higher tiers also mean, obviously, a ton. Those people that choose to gift, it's why we were able to do it. It's been so important for us. Now, we do have to now build that revenue back up. Joe's talked about it a little bit. I'm still buying some things for the studio, but I'm trying to be careful because we really went for it on this. And I felt like it was so worth it. And I was just sat there this morning feeling like I can actually enjoy Christmas now. Even though I'm probably going to be streaming when I should be taking time off, I can enjoy Christmas now because we fucking did it.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of it. So... Yorkshire Hammer says, selfishly, I don't think you should have any time off. But you will absolutely deserve it. Stress has probably been unreal. You should take a well-earned break. Preserve our national treasure. I mean, Joe will have a day off. So the first Tuesday after Christmas Day is Boxing Day. We won't be streaming Boxing Day. But the Wednesday night, you'll get a 40k show. The Thursday, I'm going to try and get people in for a game. And the Friday will be a stream. And then New Year's Eve, we're streaming on New Year's Eve as well.
I'm going to try and stay awake.
You did last time.
I was like this. I had one eye shut. I was trying to sleep my eyes one at a time so I could get through the stream. So tired.
John McCall says, we got a tree. You did get a tree. You did get a tree at 200 members. You smashed through it. Thank you so much. You people are incredible. I'm gonna set a new target. Fuck yeah.
Guatkin Gaming.
We're gonna beat Warhammer. Sorry, let's carry on.
I was in Germany one Christmas, and the 24th was the big family gift day because everything was closed, and the 25th things were open again.
Amazing.
In Germany.
25th. There is a number of shops in this country that open on the 25th anyway, though, aren't there? I'm sure there is.
Yeah, probably now. When we were kids, it was all
No, yeah, when we were kids they were, but I nowadays I feel like they I'm sure there's shops that started the Boxing Day sales now on Christmas Day in store. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Okay, Door, thank you so much for the gifted membership. 214. We're gonna keep going. I need to know exactly how many members you got on Wednesday, War Hipster. We're gonna fucking beat it. Throw at me. I told you we're gonna get a tree. We'll get a tree. I'll pick up a tree on. Oh shit, what day do you fuck off? Monday.
Monday.
It's going to have to be Tuesday, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, I know you've tried to squeeze every drop out of the 24-hour day, but time is running short.
I can't because I set my account to brand, not personal. You live and learn, I guess. Thank you for the advice, though. Could you not? Well, it's probably not worth it. I was going to say, could you not create another one that's personal, or can you not change your account back, or is it just not worth it? I love that YouTubers enable creative people in the hobby to pursue their dreams and actually make a living off it. Watkin Gaming, 100%. Thank you. Yeah, YouTube's actually been. So I've had some meetings recently with YouTube about the channel as well.
The studio and everything that you and your team are doing is amazing. The work that you all put in really shows. You fucking did it. I am proud to support such awesome people.
Drop the day, thank you. It was 344. Okay.
Kev Thacker. My daughter will buy me slippers. My mum used to, but she's passed now, so my daughter picked it up and it brings a tear every time. That's lovely.
Well, I missed that, Liz. Can you read that again to me? Sorry.
My daughter will buy me slippers. My mum used to, but she's passed now, so my daughter picked it up and it brings a tear every time.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
The biggest tears we ever had. We had a border collie cross with a Labrador. This is amazing, right? And they got this dog when I was a baby, so she grew up with me basically as a dog. Right? We were thick as thieves. I used to take her walking and all sorts of stuff. And then one year she started to become a senile dog, which happens. Dogs get old.
No, I won't have it.
You know, it's weird. We all get so upset when our dogs pass away, going, I can't believe it died. I mean, we knew that we were going to outlive this animal, and yet we still get so attached and so upset.
But they're so fluffy.
And we're going to go through that pain in the next few years because we have one over there who's now over a decade old, literally on her bed with her tongue out looking at me right now. Anyway, so because this particular year, our pet Ella, who was a border collie cross, was starting to go quite downhill, my dad thought he would do a really nice gesture, and he found this fucking giant cuddly toy. This giant cuddly toy that was the same colours as her. You've seen it in the living room. It's still in the living room now to this day, right? And he wrapped it up, and he didn't think anything more of it.
How was the wrapping?
My dad's is industrious. That's how I'll describe it.
He's very resourceful.
It's industrious wrapping, right? Fucking square edges. Anyway, this particular year, the dog then went more downhill to the point where she ended up with this giant, I guess like a boil, you'd call it, assume kind of thing. Maybe a cyst, yeah, on her hind quarter. And the vets kept lancing it and bringing it down. And then it ruptured badly. Ruptured to the point where the vet was like,
this is it.
Happened to be on the 24th of December, on my birthday, on my 16th birthday, no less, that this poor dog then got taken to the vets and sadly put down. And we were clearly all very devastated. It's an upsetting moment when a family pet goes, but especially a dog as well. If you people are dog people, you know, right? And then the next day we're doing Christmas presents and we're kind of just trying to be a bit cheerful. Sad the dog's not with us, but you know, she'd 16 years that fucking thing lived for.
Giving her a good life.
She'd had a great life. She'd had a very happy life. She was a rescue as well, I might add. She had an incredible life. And then we were on that Christmas day, and Dad looks at this present in the corner. He's like, I just hear him. I hear him out the corner of my ear going, "Oh shit." What's up, Dad? He went and he just points at this present, and I'm like, I know what it is as well. I'm like, oh no. So he gives that to Mum, and she opens it, and that was it. Then that's the worst present, and yet the best present that she's ever had, pretty much, because that thing is now sat in the living room on the arm of the chair.
Yeah.
I was 16, so that's 21 nearly years ago now, and it's still sat there 21 years on.
It just goes to show that when you have, maybe not even a dog, when you have a pet, the sort of footprints they leave in your life. And you are going to outlive the pet, unless it's a bloody parrot or a turtle. Yeah. You are going to outlive it. I don't know. You're right. I don't know. Why do we do it to ourselves? We know. I still get, it's still hard now. Yeah. But I like your impression of the dog when she was in the car.
Oh my God.
Because you said she used to say her name.
That thing, so she was called Ella, right? That thing did not like traveling in the car. So we used to, on occasion, we would holiday for a week away at like Cornwall, Devon in the October. So this was the life we used to have, chat, right? So we were like, we want a family holiday. We don't have any fucking money. So my mum would, she'd get these like caravan park holidays in Devon, Cornwall, but she would get the October half term, which is literally the last week of season for these companies, right? Because she could get a week in a chalet for 50 quid. telling you now, you get what you pay for. And so we would drive down to Devon and Cornwall in the October half term, getting battered by wind and rain and fucking flood water coming off of fields and shit, bouncing around in this car, get to this chalet whilst we're just getting battered, and it's like, why have we come here? We're literally going to spend a week indoors. We're literally going to spend a week inside a chalet, and then you'd get to the evening, and you get your fucking coat on, put your hood up, and you'd be wandering across for the little kids club in the fucking bar, because you couldn't go anywhere else, because the weather was shocking. But she's like, we're having a family holiday. Like, shit. But that was the holidays that we used to have, and the dog wouldn't go down there. In fact, often these companies, back then specifically, it's better now, I think. I think it's improved, but they were not typically dog-friendly, a lot of them either. Now I feel like a lot of places are more accepting of family pets and dogs and stuff. Anyway, so we'd have to drive her to the
kennels.
Thank you, the kennels. Now, that wasn't a problem. Our local kennels were ran by a family that were amazing people. And she loved going to the kennels, and she used to come back bouncy and happy. They really looked after her. She'd get treats and fucking showered and washed and groomed and all kinds of stuff. They really looked after her, but she didn't like the car part. So she'd sit in the back seat with me, and I'd hold her the lead and have my arm around her in the mid. She's in the middle. I'm in the back seat. And my fucking dad's driving, and she would just drive down the road going "Arrah, arrah, 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 arrah," all the way down the fucking road for 15 fucking minutes.
I think I'd be like, can we not walk her to the kennels?
I wish. I wish.
That's clipped.
Yeah, that's clipped. Absolutely. Alex Cullen, thank you for the gifted membership. Reza, thank you for the gifted. Bolterbro, thank you for the gifted. Ockingdor, thank you for the gifted. You also super chatted and then retracted it. I don't know what you said there, my friend, but if you've got anything else to say, let me know. Yes, and thank you for the 5. If chat can beat Warhipster's record, Liam will sing Baby Got Back at the end of the stream to prove booty is much better than feet. Apart from I don't know what that song is.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Is that the song?
Other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get...
Don't peak too soon, we've got to beat the record. I've set it now, look. Beat Warhipster. That's all it says there. And then they stopped gifting. So... they clearly like Josh more. Which is oh, evening, Liam and Luke.
Yeah, that's me. Ooey.
Oh, amazing.
That's what my shirt says.
Brilliant. Abscesses. I'm having my dinner, says Stephen. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, that was our pet dog. She was wonderful. She was fucking batshit crazy, but she was wonderful. That creature. We used to go to the woods. My friend used to get terrified. We used to go to the local woods, which is literally, you'd walk out my house, turn left, cross the road, walk down a little road, and then there's like a woods. It's not massive, there was a woods there. And I used to walk her into the woods, get into the woods, I'd like take the lead off of her collar and let her go, and she would just fuck off.
Yeah.
Just gone, like a fucking bolt. Disappeared. Fucked off. Gone, right? And then, so off she fuck, and my mate would be like, and just sit on a log, 20 minutes. Then you call her back, literally with a mouth whistle. Call her back, and then she'll be at your feet. Like, cool, lead on, go home.
Yeah.
Incredible creature. These dogs, they choose to stay with us. Anyway, Drop Dead Dave, you've already done enough. You've already gifted 50. You pack it in. Thank you for the 10. You're a hero. Smeg for Brain, thank you for the 1. You are also a legend of Das Chat. We're on the road, chat. We could beat him. I don't know if I actually want to beat Josh. He's a nice guy. I'm just giving you a fancy target, ain't I? Josh actually paints, though. Wow, Carl. Hobby streams coming soon. ! Twitch in the chat if you want to hang out with our hobby streams that are coming soon. I do not want to smash my YouTube algorithm to bits, so my hobby streams will be going on Twitch, okay? But ! Twitch, click the follow button, that's free. You'll be notified in Twitch and in Discord when we go live. If you want to subscribe, you can do that as well. I would rather you were a member on YouTube before you were a subscriber on Twitch. That being said, you can subscribe on Twitch for free if you use a Twitch Prime sub, okay? I still rather you had your YouTube membership. Don't forget, YouTube takes 30%, Twitch takes 50%. So YouTube is always my preference, but I'm experimenting. Full disclosure, Twitch have offered us a monthly fee for 3 months to get our stream up and running on Twitch and to kind of compensate, I guess, for our time. To be like, hey, we know that to start with, you're not going to be making much money because it's a new thing. So we're going to offer you some money to make it worthwhile. And then if after 3 months you've built enough of a following up, hopefully we don't need to support you anymore because you'll see the financial benefit. I actually don't feel like that's going to be a thing because they take 50%. So it's pretty aggressive what Twitch take. However, that is a thing that's coming very soon. I may even do the first one this weekend on Sunday. Yes. On Sunday. You're going out for the evening on Sunday as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we might do a hangout and paint on Sunday or a hangout and build. I'm currently in the... I foolishly promised you lot that I'd paint a fully playable Eldar army before I touched anything else, and it's just been fucking torture because there's been a billion in typical ADHD fashion.
Shave.
No,
then you can paint what you want.
No, in typical ADHD fashion, there's been a million projects that I've wanted to do since I said I'm only going to paint Eldar, but I haven't touched anything else, and so I've worked it out. Wraith lists, low model count. I can do that. Low model count. So I made a list which is like 26 models on the cards. Okay, on the cards. So exclamation point, exclamation mark. Is that an exclamation point or exclamation mark?
Mark.
Exclamation mark Twitch in the chat. Gonna come and hang out with us on those, right? Painting with Bob and Liam. Who's Bob? Bob. I've also built a top-down camera on here so I can actually show you what I'm doing rather than just be this. My favourite hobby streamers is this. How's it going, chat? You got to be pretty confident about this part. Joe couldn't do this. Got to be pretty confident about this part.
Leave him alone.
How's it going, chat? Shay streamer Sunday. No. We'll be working on Eldar. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Does Twitch have a mask, pistols, and ride a horse on the highway? What? Dave, have you been drinking again? What? You what? First 6 months of hobby streams called Paint Eldar or Shave. Not very Simon Hahn. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm actually thinking about... Right, chat. I'm actually thinking about a custom paint scheme still over Simon Hahn. But how many subs to shave? Not a thing. Not a thing. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. The numbers will decline if I shave this face. They will.
I think you'll become a curiosity. I think they'll go up for a time.
I don't think they'll go up for a time at all. I think people will recoil in horror.
Recoil in horror.
As humanified?
Have you ever done the
Beaker.
thing where you put googly eyes on your chin and then go upside down and talk, and your mouth and then your googly eyes still look like a face?
No.
It's so funny. You could do that. If you shaved, you could do that. You could be part of the googly eyes club.
Oh, Twitch is a highway robot. Right, okay. I get it. Why did you delete that message, Dave? The mods are getting all... Oh, hang on. Highway robbery joke. It wasn't funny, but it was a joke. Don't get all touchy, Dave, if people don't like your jokes, right? Just because you mods didn't do your job properly yesterday.
Oh, what happened yesterday?
We had a shouter.
No.
We had a person who came into the chat and said that Joe looked like he had just come out of a basement, but he wrote it all in capitals. And I am already I'm instantly wary. Just a thing, chat. I'm instantly wary if a person comes onto a stream and puts one message all in capitals.
Why does that make you wary?
Well, why would you do that? Why would you go into a chat, especially if you're not a member, right? And you're not a name I've ever seen before. So you're probably in the chat for the first time, and you put one message all in capitals. What are you trying to do?
Yeah, but
what are you trying to do by doing that? There's one thing you're trying to do there. Trying to get attention. So I'm instantly wary when people are trying to get that much attention that quickly. Told off again. Exactly, Dave. Behave yourself. If you do that, there's one thing you're trying to do at that point. You're trying to get a ton of attention in chat. Now, don't get me wrong, chat. Some of you deserve the attention, and we have a lot of banter back and forth, and we have a lot of piss taking between us and you. That happens a lot between the team in general and you guys, and I like to think that you give as good as you get as well. It's reciprocated, right?
True.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that, yeah. But I like to think it's reciprocated, and we have a laugh, and that's part of the endearment of the channel, I like to think anyway. But when someone throws that at us in capital straight away, I'm like, okay. Now, Joe had seen the comment, and he was ready to respond with some kind of joke. So I started giggling because I saw him say that it looked like he'd come out of the basement. So I'm laughing at the comment, and Joe went, don't worry.
Podcast.
This is on the Liam and Joe show yesterday.
Yeah.
And Joe's like, don't worry, I've seen that message. I'll get back to that in a minute. But he was mid-conversation at the time, okay? And then, before he had even time to finish, the guy was like, boom, 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 like 3 or 4 messages. He just started to turn into a dickhead. And they were all in caps. And they just started to get a bit... And I was like, I turned around to Des, who was in chat, and said, Des, I can't right now. Can you just ban that cunt so we can carry on? Because the thing is, sometimes you'll see me pause. Now, the art of streaming well, I should add, actually, and this is me sounding a bit egotistical and big-headed, I guess, but the art of streaming well, specifically, is to be able to talk, be able to convey your story, be able to talk about your point, talk about your topic, but also be skimming chat the whole time and picking up on certain comments the whole time. And sometimes it's hard, and sometimes I'm also listening to Luce whilst talking to chat or reading chat at the same time. Sometimes I'm like, sorry, Luce, I missed what you said there. Can you say it again? Because I've been reading a couple of comments. But the difficulty with YouTube is, especially considering we're live for an hour and a half, and I'm sure you've probably noticed, I don't shut up for an hour and a half. So I hate silence on streams. I hate the second people go silent on streams, I'm turning off. I can't stand silence. Cleverly placed silences is one thing, but just silence is another thing. I can't stand it. So when I'm talking to you people, what I'm also doing is I'm reading things like Dave B saying, don't panic, people writing bombardment, Asbo writing the Black Book of Cunts. I read all those comments at the same time, and sometimes I pick up on them. I'm like, I want to bring that comment up, and I'll scroll back up as well. I'll go and find the comment that I've been reading at the same time. It's really challenging. It's really difficult. Sometimes when shit goes off in chat that isn't something I want to read out, but is something that I need to be aware of, thankfully our mods are pretty good, that throws me, and I'll pause for a minute. I'm like, hang on, what's going on here? What do I need to be aware of what's happening here, or have the mods got it? It's quite difficult. Ruri, you can pack it in as well. You've already done 50. Stop.
He likes YouTube jail. What can we say?
Thank you for the 20.
The showers are hot.
That puts us on 348, which means no 248. I lied to you. I thought we'd have beaten him already. I lied to you, chat. I lied to you. We're honest. We're an honest family here. 248. 258 according to YouTube. I'm lying to you again. That's because I missed the 10 from Dang Skippy. Thank you so much, Dan Skippy, for the 10 gifted. You were also a hero. A hero. Blightlord Emil then comes in with a 5 there as well. What a legend, Mr. the Emil. I've got a big update for you, Emil, on Monday. So keep an eye on your inbox. You'll know what I'm talking about. Things just as an aside point, Emil, no one else is going to understand this. Things are potentially moving faster than we thought. There you go. Leave it there. Just be an enigma for everyone else. They can guess. They can guess. All right? No, I'm not talking about our divorce before everyone gets excited. We can't see. Ozzy said earlier as well, by the way. I love this play on words. We can't see your pause. You changed the camera angle. Get it? Pause. Feet. Pause. No? Luce didn't get that one. Ozzy, no. I liked it. I like that one. And responding to your comment on jail, Cornet Ed says, the showers are hot and the soap is free. You just have to pick it up off the floor. It just started snowing here. It's reading minus...
2?
Minus 1 at the moment, it says.
It was minus 2 earlier.
Oh, no, it says minus 2 now. Minus 2. Is it going to... Whoop. There you go, minus 2. Go down to minus 3 tonight. No risk of snow, it says. We'll see. It's super secret. Yeah, you see, you know. Mastercrafted Alex says, seriously though, nobody gift me a membership. All you've got to do, Mastercrafted Alex, is make sure you've got gifted turned on, and then type !snipe me, all one word, into chat. !snipe me, all one word. Right? Do that, and they definitely won't try and snipe you. It definitely won't really help me out. Although if you do that and someone snipes you immediately, I'm going to be very angry. Arkagdor, thank you for the 5. Take Votan head with beard and put on Eldar for Liam Eldar. No. Wraiths. I've been building Wraiths today. Look. Wraiths. Built some of these earlier. I also finished building the big guy.
I wonder how cold it is in Lancaster.
And I thought to myself, do you know what's the most powerful weapon options for a Wraith Knight at the moment? Double Wraith Cannons. Double Wraith Cannons, most powerful option for Wraith Knight. So I built Sword and Shield. Because Sword and Shield is cool. Rule of cool, chat. Rule of cool. JK says it's -4 in Glasgow. -4.
Do you remember when James was born? It was -11 to -15.
It said It said, I remember it said, I've got a picture of the car thermometer somewhere that said like -12 or something, -13. That was rather nippy, wasn't it?
But that was when the whole country got snow.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was a big
one
beast
night
from the east.
we chose to have a baby, and the whole country gets the snow, and you're in a courtesy car. We live out in the sticks.
I mean, let's be honest.
Driving that newborn baby home was the white knuckle experience I was definitely in for.
Let's be honest. We didn't choose to have a baby then. We were forced.
Yeah.
Ipswich Hospital forced us to have a baby then by inducing you. And then when it started to shit itself with snow, we're like, you're going to have to go home. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? I live in the sticks. I can't really get here. That's not going to happen. And then eventually it shit itself with snow so heavy. They said, you can stay here. We don't have a bed.
Okay, I'll just dangle from the ceiling then. We'll call it conditioning. Sleep deprivation conditioning.
It was mid-squatty days, so I literally rolled my coat up as a pillow and lay on the floor. Didn't I?
The ward matron nearly tripped over you.
Do you remember the lady who served the tea and coffees?
Oh, she was a riot, she was.
She was a fucking delight.
She said, would you like a cup of tea? And I went, oh, yes, please have a cup of tea. No tea for the men.
Yeah.
It's just for the women.
You can't have one. All right.
I remember sneaking you sips of my tea like, she'll beat me if she sees. Quick, drink it. Oh, that was funny.
Jonathan De Silva, buys a bike and the weather drops sub-zero. It's all right, but it's a 125. It's about as quick as a push bike anyway. You'll be fine. Andy, thank you so much for the gifted membership. You hero, 264 now. 264, so close to Mr. the Hipster's goal, chat.
It's -4 in Lancaster.
-4. That's only 2 degrees cold at least. You'll be fine.
It matters.
And there is 205 people in chat right now watching. Only 159 likes. You know what I'm going to do? Click. Click.
Ding.
There we go. Luce knows it. She knows the routine. But also, if every single one of you gifted 5 members, I'm just throwing it out there, we'd probably beat the target. Right? I tuned into War Hipster the other night. It was endearing to see his reaction to getting members. Honestly, I almost cried. What a beautiful thing to come out of that. But yeah, he's very humble. He's arguably, right, if you're watching Josh still, he's arguably too humble. Because that man's painting guides are absolutely fucking incredible. And when he gets all emotional about the support, what he needs to realise is the man fucking deserves it, quite frankly. Okay? I'm talking to you right now, Josh. The man deserves it. So he shouldn't be emotional. He shouldn't cry. He should be like, yeah, fuckers, I deserve it. No, I'm joking. Don't be like that. It's a balmy 1 degree here on the East Coast, working tomorrow till midnight when it's supposed to be -2. And now, if you're in America, chat, this is what us British people do. Talk about the weather.
Yeah. This is maybe 70% of our overall conversation.
Yeah, if we didn't have the weather, we just wouldn't talk.
We'd be even more stiff upper lip and difficult to get to know.
Drop Dead Dave says, but you told me to pack it in. I obviously have to say pack it in. What people say and what they mean are often 2 different things, Drop Dead Dave. But you've done enough anyway. Thank you, Riri, for the 5 gifted as well. You are a fucking legend. That means we get to the magical number of 269.
Jonathan De Silva, going back slightly, Mrs. De Silva will never buy me Warhammer for Xmas after finding out Liam is in fact not a general in the British Army. That old chestnut.
John, is she watching right now? Or should I be quiet or should I say... should I tell the story? Reza says, well said, he works so hard as well. The man works too hard, quite frankly, Rich, to be honest with you. He's one of the only people I know in the YouTube community who actually tries to paint every single thing Games Workshop sends to him as a tutorial on the channel, which is mad, by the way. Absolutely mad. But he tries, and he gets most of it out as well. He does incredible amounts of content. And I was talking to him not too long ago about how we might be able to support him more in the future as well. So we'll see. Maybe there's things we can do there as well with Mr. the Hipster. He's not too far away. I think he's like Gloucester way.
Yeah,
He's not too far away. Yeah. So, but Rich, you'll all get a nice big invite to the studio at some point in the new year if you want to come down, right? She's in bed and very pregnant.
Yeah, she's out for the night. She's out cold. You can tell your story.
Yours, John? Was it before you left the army? This all comes from the Factorum GTs.
to lie about. Of all the things you need a hall pass for.
Mrs. De Silva was not particularly happy about Mr. De Silva going for tournament weekends and playing toy soldiers on a weekend when he's not at work. The army is a strange beast whereby they can make you do whatever they want whenever you want, basically, and they can give you instructions and say you're not going home this weekend, you're going to work this weekend. I know this from first-hand experience, and needless to say, there was many a weekend when I wasn't coming home for to our married quarter for the weekend because I had to go in every day and work on aircraft and stuff like that. Anyway, how can I get my missus off my back and stop her complaining about the fact that I have to go to a tournament? I want to go to a tournament for the weekend and play toy soldiers. I know what I'll do. So he messaged me, said, Liam, can you message me and say I have to attend this tournament as Warhammer-based practice, essentially, because they are trying to turn tabletop hobbying into something that's more officially recognised in the armed forces in the UK in general. So I did. So I typed this message out to him and be like, you will have to report, blah, 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 all that kind of nonsense. And he saved me in the phone. I think it's General Dempsey or something like that, or Colonel Dempsey or whatever.
Brigadier.
I can't remember what it was.
It was Brigadier.
I can't remember what it was. John will tell you. So he saved me as that name in his phone, and then I texted him those details, and the poor girl. I've never met John's wife. I'm sure she's wonderful, but fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. And off he went to his tournament weekend. And then I think I got another request from him going, I got another tournament coming up. Oh, I should have charged the fucker 10 quid every message is what I should have done. And then there was another message. There was another fucking tournament coming up. Can you message me again? And then I think she might have been watching a stream when we talked about what had been going on. And I think he was rumbled. I think Mr. De Silva slept on the sofa that night. Amazing. Sounds like a nerd napping needs to happen. Yeah, it was Brigadier. Brigadier, there you go, Brigadier.
Yeah, it
the
was.
highest rank I ever had.
Fictional.
Yeah. Love those stories. Rear Admiral, how dare you? How dare you? Anyway, we are 77.97% of the way to beating Warhipster's total, who did say in chat, stop being nice about me, I might start to believe you. In that case, I'm going to have to insist on continuously being nice to you, Mr. Warhipster. So, tough. Shut up. Also, he's another man that whenever I text him and say, I have a painting question, I'm trying to figure out paint schemes and stuff for this Elder army, he just answers me. It's never a trouble. Never a bother. He just responds. What a wonderful human being. What a wonderful human being. Here's my nice deed, my good deed for the day. Anyone who hasn't already should check out Warhipster's channel, should go and subscribe to him. And if you're not a member, you should definitely become a member. He is an incredible human and he does some of the best. He does, I tell you what, if you are a medium to poor painter, if you're not someone who paints very often, if you definitely aren't trying to do Golden Demon standard or box art style, I would, if anyone says to me, who's the first person I should go to for painting guides now, and I mean this, Josh, I say this genuinely, the first person I point people to is Warhipster's painting guides. Because he does wonderful things with contrast, which is an incredible paint anyway, and he'll go, there's two stages where there's battle ready and then there's finished, essentially. And people can do his battle ready standard and have a nice looking army for the tabletop, and it's not that difficult. And the way he shows you, it's not that difficult to do. Sometimes some of the Games Workshop previous paint guides, for example, you look at some of them, they're like, just be careful not to put any paint on this bit. You're like, all right, easy for you, who's literally painting every day. Like, and it
Sorry I'm late. I had to have my birthday dinner with my family. Love you guys.
Christopher, honestly, you
Not good enough.
You've really got to get those. You've got to get those priorities right. I don't know where that birthday meal was, but why we weren't on in the background in the restaurant, I don't know.
Last time I checked, Pizza Hut didn't do birthday parties this late, so that's a lie.
Thank you so much for the 10, though, mate. Yeah, but he's in America, Luce. So depending
There's
on
a Pizza Hut in America.
Yeah, but they might not be this time of night, Luce, because it's at least 5 hours behind us, which means this would be quarter to 6.
It's birthday party time, isn't it?
It's birthday party time in America. There you go. Thanks, Chris, for the 10 anyway, man. You're an absolute hero. But yes, so check out if you haven't checked out his painting guides. His painting guides are incredible and literally got me back into painting recently. I painted a Tyrannid. I don't know where I put it. And I've been painting other bits which I'm not allowed to show you yet. and it's because of his painting guides that I'm more comfortably and confidently taking them on. I used to be a relatively decent painter, but I just didn't paint anything properly for like 2 years, and it's just the biggest thing that I don't have at the moment. My painting was fine in the past when I had time. When I had no YouTube channel, my painting was fine. I didn't have everything else eating my spare time. But now my painting tutorials, my painting time is very minimal, so I need to get quicker results. And what he did was help me get quicker results. And so if you're a new painter, if you're terrified of painting, if you want quick results, if you want things that look good despite not being too difficult to do, check out Warhipster's guides. They're incredible.
Is painting a skill fade thing?
I think it is, yes. I believe it is. I think it's a skill fade thing. Chris, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. You're absolute hero. If I pick up a brush and I am painting constantly for a couple of weeks, my brush control becomes better and more accurate. And then I can take on some more difficult things and I get a better result, right? If I don't pick up that brush then for 6 months, Space Marine helmet lenses. Space Marine helmet lenses is a tiny little slit in a helmet. If I've been painting for a few weeks and I got my brush control back, I can paint lenses very accurately, and I can get the little white dot in the corner every time, and I can fade the lens color, and I can do all that shit. If I stopped painting for 6 months, picked up a brush and tried to paint a lens, it'd be like a cartoon googly eye. Honestly,
Well,
it would.
chin.
It would. Yeah. Why is that Space Marine got 6 eyeballs?
You've done something to your hair. You need to. It's all like you're like. There you go. It matters.
It's great hair. I have great hair. I'm making the most of it. Did you just say you need to shave your beard, or did you say kill team? What? What about you? No, I didn't say anything. I said I've been painting things I can't talk about. That's what I said. So my painting dies off when I don't have time, so I've changed it up with Contrast Plus. Contrast Plus is his stuff, yeah. No, I haven't broken my promise, chat. I've just said that I can't talk about it. Josh Cullen, welcome to the channel as a Skull Tier member. You're a hero. Are you the Josh, Alex's brother, Cullen, or are you a different Josh Cullen?
Josh the
Curious.
Enigma. Went to IKEA to buy myself a shelving unit, built it. Wife made me surrender it so my daughter could display her Sylvanian family's sacrifices were made.
I hope the sacrifice was a child.
Do you know what Sylvanian families are?
They're the little rat dolls, aren't they?
Sylvanian families! I remember the advert. Oh man! An IKEA unit that's been sacrificed for Sylvanian families. Oh, that cut was deep.
Gunnar said, you said you painted a Tyranid, sir. I painted the Tyranid before the promise. And the proof of that is on Instagram, because there's a photo of it on Instagram. So there you go. Frederick says, sup, degenerates. That's the right name for us. That's the right name for us. Absolutely. Painting over 4K of Imperial Fists right now, thanks to Warhipster. See, Josh, I hope you're still watching. I hope you're still watching. Carl of Hodgie was the one who said something about painting Contrast Plus tutorials is the best. Or whatever it is. Warhipster is always my first choice for painting guides. Says this is we're just going to turn it into a Josh appreciation stream for. No, I'm joking. We're not going to do that. But he is a hero. Lies and falsehoods. You said Tyranid. Yes. Before. Fucking photos on Instagram. I don't remember when I made the promise. Oh, I have a message on Instagram. Oh, that's not a message that you're not going to see.
What he's doing now, chat, is he's trying to deflect because he's clearly just dug himself in.
I'm trying to find my Tyranid. There he is. Oh, it wasn't finished.
Get your razor ready.
It wasn't finished in that photo. There's my Tyranid on.
Are you doing clippers first?
The 24th of September.
And then a razor, or are you just going straight in with a razor?
It's on Instagram, 24th of September. All right. So there you go. Stick that in your pipe. All right. I'm going tomorrow to buy another. My arse as I giving that one up. I assume that means my ass. Am I giving that one up?
I think Josh has been drinking.
I hope so. It is in fact a Friday night. You should in fact be drinking. It's a thing. Anyway, you've got 12 minutes. It's not going to happen, so I don't think we're going to beat Warhipster's goal. We are 75 off.
We don't need to prove anything.
I do.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No.
25 off. 75 off, not 25 off.
I'm very tired. I just saw Nurgle Matthews pretty neat and read it as pretty meat. What?
I mean, I've been called that before. Quite frankly, probably by Nurgle Matthew too. I bet money is painting some green Eldar. That's certain aspect. Wouldn't be able to tell you if I was, to be honest with you. Ribs in the Great Hall for supper is fire. Ribs. I love ribs. Oh, we haven't had ribs for ages. Can we find some good ribs sometime?
Yeah, I can do. Are you going to do the Coca-Cola thing?
Oh, you want me to make them?
Yeah.
I was going to go to a restaurant.
Oh.
She's not sold on that idea, clearly.
No. Because if we go to a restaurant, then I have to do things like wear a bra, and I don't want to. I want to stay indoors where it's cozy.
So do I.
Well, you don't... you don't appreciate the things women have to do. So we're staying indoors and you're making them. That's it. That could be my birthday present.
Your birthday present's at the end of January.
Yep, ribs for my birthday.
But you normally want carbonara.
Can we do ribs this time?
Yeah, I can make ribs.
Make ribs for my birthday.
Hashtag Luke fact. So I think we may have in fact confirmed that it is Alex's brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 5, Josh. He says, can you call Alex from Factorum a cunt?
Nice.
Alex, you're a very lovable cunt. Does that work? I think that works. The thing is, every time I do that as well, YouTube has monetization like stages, I guess, is probably how I'd call it, right? Red, amber, green. Traffic light system is essentially how it works, right? So when you turn on monetization, hopefully you people notice that we don't run a lot of ads on the channel, okay? So I have followed a few streamers on YouTube, typically in the gaming space, like things like Call of Duty stuff, so not 40k streamers. And they'll go live, and if you're not a member of the channel or you haven't got YouTube Premium, they go live. You click on the stream when they go live, and you don't get to watch their intro because an ad rolls in straight away.
Yeah.
Really fucking frustrating. Okay. And then I've also watched people on YouTube who've put videos or streams up, and they've put so many fucking mid-roll ad breaks in it, it basically becomes unwatchable. And when you hover your cursor over the timeline and you see all the ad breaks, you're like, I'm not sitting through that. Now, I don't have that problem anymore because I do pay for YouTube Premium because I consume YouTube above any other streaming service or content service out there. So I don't see those ad breaks now. But I also have had that pain, and I understand the pain of having that many ads on content that you're trying to watch. It's really fucking annoying. So I made a bit of a promise, right? Despite the fact that YouTube ads is money in our pocket, I made a promise that we weren't going to do that. We weren't going to do so many adverts. So I turn ads off when we go live altogether. And then when we finish the stream, I turn them on pre-roll and post-roll, okay? So right at the start and right at the end, nothing in between. So if you haven't got YouTube Premium and you click on the stream after we've been live, you'll get an ad at the start of the video, and then you'll get nothing else throughout the whole video. And I do that on purpose. And I hope that people go, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a member instead because he doesn't make me sit through 25 ad breaks in a 3-hour video. So I'm going to be a member instead. That's what I'm going to do. He doesn't put an ad on every 6 fucking minutes, right? Or I'm going to super chat because it will make up for the ads that he's not going to be making. So that's something that I very consciously do. But there's another reason. That's not the only reason. So I talked about this traffic light system. If the monetization symbol goes red on your video on YouTube, that tells you, YouTube's telling you, we're not monetizing your video. For whatever reason.
Swear words or?
So one of the biggest reasons for not monetizing your video is copyright infringement.
Oh.
So if I played a piece of music, I really wanted to go live tonight and just play Wham's Christmas song.
Right.
Because it's the first day of Whamageddon. Right? But if I did that, instant red dollar sign, no monetization for the stream in terms of ad revenue because of copyright content. And if it does monetize, that money goes to other people who own the rights to that piece of thing, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the thing. So I don't do that. Amber is reduced monetization. So only certain advertisers will use your content or be happy to advertise on your content. And typically that means you have a slightly lower monetization value because it's an amber symbol. And then you have green, full monetization, everything's fine. If I did this exact same stream and didn't swear at all, I get green. If you swear a bit, normally it stays green. The second you say that word, the second you call Alex a cunt, amber immediately. Makes me sad. Anyway, in the meantime, you lot have popped. Crazy, crazy bastards. So Josh, thank you for the 5 you're here. I just thought I'd explain that. Rory, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. You're a legend. John McCardle, thank you for the 10. You're a hero. Drop the Dave, thank you for the 10. You people are really unbelievable. Did you know that? The support has been... we are on track at the moment for our record month on YouTube in November, the last month. And I'm pretty sure that's partly because of opening weekend and Adrian. But you lot just don't stop, and it's very humbling. Ozymandias, I think I said that right. Thank you for upgrading to Haskell tier. We're going to try and be bringing more behind-the-scenes content as of next week. John McCullough, thank you for the 5 more. John. Easton, thank you for the 15. You a hero. Frederick, thank you for the 1. Charles then became a Skull tier member all by himself. What a hero. Hockingdor upgraded to Jarl. What a hero. Unbelievable. Easton, thank you for the 2. Sing it. I'm not going to sing it. Jill, thank you for the 5. I frequently watch on catch up. The lack of ads is such a real selling point. A lot of people don't realise though, unless you actually spell it out for people, they have no idea. They're like, oh, actually no, he doesn't have that many ads on.
I thought you didn't have control over the ads.
You have so much control of the ads. You have so much control. When you go watch a video on YouTube and a person's put an ad in every 6 minutes or whatever the fucking limit is on YouTube, that's a choice.
Thanks, Liam. You're a lovable cunt too.
I need to get down at some point in the near future and see you guys as well. It's been far too long. I'm sure you can appreciate, I've been absolutely stacked. I was going to try and get down last Sunday when Joe came for the RTT, and I just needed to rest for a day. It's been so bad. But I'm going to try and get down to see you guys before Christmas, Alex. And if you've got any crazy Christmas opening hours, let me know. But I am going to try and get down, all right? Don't forget Leston. Yeah, Leston's amazing. Clearly, YouTube needs to stop being cunts. Exactly, Conrad. Yeah. My YouTube partner manager was like, have you been having a problem with Amber monetization? I was like, define a problem. He says, a lot of your content getting Amber monetization strikes. I was like, yes. He said, yeah, a lot of creators are having that problem. I was like, okay. I was like, question, George. Do those creators also use foul language? And he was like, no, not really. I was like, okay. I don't think mine is a bot, because the YouTube bot thing is it's like AI, so it scans and then decides to demonetize,
right.
And then if you appeal it, a human looks at it for you. I was like, look, there's a reason why I don't appeal. He's like, okay. I said, how many of the other creators that you talk to will often call a person a cunt on the stream? And I was like, yeah, none. I was like, exactly. Don't worry. I think it's on me.
Yeah, it's a me problem.
I don't think it's your bots. All right. Anyway, Alan Rayner, thank you for the 5 gifted, and then the infamous Chapter Master Ballsack. Great name. Comes in with a 10, 15 more. Put that in your war hipster pipe and smoke it, Josh. Yeah, 352. What a way to start the month. Thank you, people. Thank you. And obviously, Chapter Master Ballsack, I know who you really are. Now you've switched accounts because your other one's been jailed. A legendary Ballsack has appeared. The ultimate Pokemon. Thank you so much.
What's the evolution of that?
I don't know, actually. What's the evolution of Ballsack?
Yeah. Or is Ballsack the evolution?
No, the evolution of Ballsack is vasectomy.
No, I feel like that's a grade below.
A devolution.
A devolution.
Adrian, thank you for the gifted. Adrian! Adrian and Adrian stood together in the Great Hall on the Thanes Day discussing how having the name Adrian is actually, in fact, a problem. Now you can shut the fuck up about it. Love you, Ballsack. I love me a Ballsack. Right. Unfortunately, however, we have 2 minutes to go. That's the downside. The plus side of having 2 minutes to go is it's time for a Luke fact.
Oh, no.
Did you just let me lose your page?
No, I got it.
Okay. So it is time for a loose fact. Is it true or is it quite loose? Which one is it?
Bees are found on every continent except for Antarctica. I think a group of explorers went there and went, we've got the kebab shop, we've got the pharmacy, we've got the school, we've got the block of flats. Something's missing and I just can't put my finger on it. Bees. There's no bees here.
Every continent.
Every continent.
I mean, how many?
Except Antarctica.
How many continents are there? There's like 7, isn't there? Continents.
I'm going to Google that.
Or is it 9?
That's right.
Is it like?
I think that number's too low.
It's like 7 or 9 continents.
How many?
Dick Champion. That's amazing, by the way. You can't even spell it. You've not been drinking.
7. No way.
7. Sorry, was that a wife-based apology? Pause it, chat, because these don't happen very often. Oh, unless we're away.
I said it.
I couldn't hear you. I was talking.
Sorry.
7 continents, yeah.
Yeah, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia.
So there's a bit of a shit fact, isn't it? Really?
I honestly thought
Because it
7
only has
was
to
too
be
low.
it only has to be in one country in that continent, and the continent's then included. That's a bit of a nonsense fact.
Shit.
I mean, I think it's probably actually a fact, but Chris Evans says, "Nope, don't believe it." I also then just emphasised the wrong bit. Believe it is what I should have said.
Yeah.
I ruined your joke. I'm sorry. I was too busy laughing.
He's ruined it.
Frank says false. I seen boobies at the South Pole.
They're very scary bees.
Right.
Or they're breasts that jump out at you and
Right,
scare
you wonderful, beautiful, sexual humans. It's what a number of members in a night. Thank you so much. It's hard. We don't get these kind of streams very often. Especially with what's been going on over the last couple of months and what we've been doing, what we've been building, it's very humbling. The support that has come out of you lot after launching the Great Hall has been unreal. Absolutely unreal. And I like to think, in some small way, it shows that you guys think that what we've done with essentially your kindness and your donations has in fact been totally worth it, right? I feel like if we get loads of donations and support, and then we launch the studio, and those donations and support not only continue, but in some aspects have gotten better. I feel like that's people saying, "Good job, keep going."
Yeah.
I reckon that's what that is. Or good job, do more. Well done. So thank you. It's unbelievable, the support for the channel. And I often sit and talk to Joe about it. I try not to get too emotional on stream. As I continue to maintain this hard man exterior, but I sit and talk to Joe about it. Sometimes I now specifically sit in one of those chairs that we sat in the Liam and Joe show where there's no cameras on. I'm like, is this actually real? It's unbelievable. So thank you, because I feel like you're kind of saying to us, well done, go for it. Of course, I know the comments have also said it looks incredible. So thank you so much. I have got some super chats to come through, so I need to wait. Yes, and thank you for the 5. The plates move. Antarctica wasn't always frozen. There may be bees frozen in the ice, which would mean a bee in the continent. So your fact might in fact be wrong. Biblical nipple, great name. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Biblical nipple.
Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year. It doesn't surprise me. Happy Christmas. I wrapped it up and sent it. Devilish face.
He's trying to wham people.
It's the way Amy says some stuff. It just saps any kind of creativity out of the sentence. She's supposed to whisper the Happy Christmas bit.
But Ballsack says, come on, cry. Cut some money if you have to. Crying's not a thing I do very often. For a while, I always thought I was incapable of crying.
Yeah, I thought you didn't have tear ducts.
It's just part of the childhood, like the upbringing I sort of had. I'm not saying it was necessarily a good thing, but I was raised in a different era. And then you go and join the army and you can't show weakness. Which is ironic, because a lot of people that come out of the army have a shit ton of weakness. But hey, right, anyway. Drop to Dave. I've got to wait for him now. Well, I've actually got to wait for Amy to wake up, but you know. I'm not crying, you're crying. I almost went when I talked about I almost went when we talked about our old dog earlier. I was close then.
Pets. I had a border collie when I was growing up, and he was beautiful. He was just. I didn't believe there were such a thing as aggressive dogs, because every dog I'd ever come into contact with as a kid, whether it was a friend's dog or mine, they're just the loveliest animals.
Well, the famous saying, which is 99% true, is there's no such thing as bad dogs, just bad owners.
Yeah.
And there are edge cases, as always, of course, so that can't be necessarily attributed to every single animal in the world. But typically that is in fact the case. Like ours is the softest, kindest, loving dog one of the softest, kindest, loving dogs I've ever met. My old dog was the same, and it's because of how they're looked after. But you know, nothing wrong with showing emotion as a man, but no one wants to watch it on stream.
Brutal.
I love a meal. Hero. Absolute hero.
Hashtag worth it.
Ballsack, we're going to fall out. Thank you, Drop the Day, for the 10. You might as well start showering up, Luce, at this rate.
Yeah, shall I go?
Well, no, it's up to you. Big Frankie says, blind up or watching people cry is my kink. Oh, amazing. Need more 40k Warhammer band names. I cried then, but just in laughter. That was a night that really tickled me.
I still love S Club 8 Bound.
S Club 8 Band was great as well, yeah. And
ABBA,
yeah.
done. ABBA done.
Anyway, next week, so possibly this Sunday, maybe Monday, there will be some Twitch-based content, right? So !Twitch, if you want to follow the channel, hobby-based. Top-down camera on this desk, face on camera on this desk, me, models, snips, glue, maybe some paints, okay? So those things are coming on potentially Sunday, maybe Monday as well. I have to do 20 hours of Twitch content in a month. I might just smash it all out in the first week of December. Get it done. Maybe. 20 hours is pretty easy when I'm at home with the kids anyway.
Yeah.
It's not that bad if you think about it. 2-3 hours a day for 5-6 days is not too bad at all. Excuse me. So, !Twitch. In fact, I'm going to type it because no one's bothering. I must trust the fact that it's just because you've already... Oh, no, Drew's done it for me already. It must be because you already hit that follow button. If you do hit the follow on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, link your Prime account to Twitch. You can give that to us for free, and it financially supports us. We only get 50% of a membership, but it does financially support us. So please make sure you head over to the Twitch page. And it's going to be a little different. It's less polished. It's just more chill out, do hobby. I'm experimenting with hobby content, right? And it might do nonsense. After 3 months, if it's shit and it's not doing anything, we'll stop doing it. If it's medium to good, we'll probably bring it over to YouTube because the monetization is better. If it's doing phenomenal on Twitch and we're making loads of money, then we'll keep it on Twitch and we'll run 2 different platforms. We are never going to stop or reduce the content that we're currently giving you on YouTube. Do not fear. 40k After Dark, the Liam and Joe show, the 40k show, and both battle reports will always be available on YouTube.
Custodes.
Thank you, Ballsack. That's a weird thing to say. They will always be available on YouTube, so fear not. We're not reducing any of the content here on our main platform on the red one, okay? Don't worry about that one. Next week...
Bombardment.
Thank you, Ballsack. Next week, on the Tuesday, will be a live game of 40k. Eddie will be bringing a different Necron detachment from the brand new Necron Codex, and we'll be throwing down against Joe, and I think I've got him penciled in to run the Leagues of Jotan. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back with a 40k show. Thursday... Paddy and Brom and Joe are playing. Well, Brom and Paddy are playing, and Joe is on the deck. And it will, in fact, because it's the first Thursday of the month, be a chat plays. For fuck's sake, don't you dare make it be the most profitable chat plays of all time with me not being there, because they won't shut up about that then for the next fucking 2 months. And then Friday we'll be back with 40k After that. Do you get back on Friday?
Yes.
What time?
Hopefully walking through the door at maybe 10:30.
At night time.
Yeah.
So midstream.
Yeah.
Luce will be back midstream.
And
right?
I seem to have chosen to travel during the train strikes.
Ooh, treat yourself.
So,
don't get stuck.
I know.
It might be, chat, that whilst we're live on stream, I'll be getting you to pass the parcel down the country to deliver Luce to home.
Yeah.
That'd be quite there.
Strange woman on the motorway. Oh, must be loose.
Yeah. She looks like she's wearing a duvet. That's a new coat, isn't it?
Why has she got tennis rackets strapped to her feet? I'm just edging out for the snow. I'm preparing.
I'm prepped for everything. Anyway, that's what we've got coming next week. Obviously, also the Liam and Joe show on Thursday. The Liam and Joe show is going to be difficult on Thursday because I will have 2 children to look after. So some points next week, you might see little faces wander onto the camera and be like, Dad, can I have a drink? Dad, I need a shit. Dad, can I have a chocolate bar? Just be prepared for that next week, okay? I'm parenting as well as producing and presenting, all right? Be prepared. Anyway, you people are incredible. Lucy, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Nope.
It's the start of December. I hope you all are looking forward to and counting down to an absolutely wonderful Christmas. Thank you so much for the incredible support. A big shout out to everybody who gifted memberships. A big shout out to all of our regular members. A big shout out to everyone who chose to become a member all by themselves. You people are phenomenal human beings. We can't do it without you, and we're incredibly grateful. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Kenneth Evans, thank you for the 5 gifted. I have to come back and say thank you, especially if it's like a £2 super chat. I've ignored it at this point. 5 gifted memberships. I have to come back and say thank you. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. 568 new members. You people are amazing. Love you.